Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's reading. For my client, we're going to be looking into their relationship. And basically the questions that they asked are to look into their relationship. And is it going to go to the next step? And as well as will their lover start to acknowledge them to other people? So it sounds like it's more of a secret relationship, and more of like one where their lover isn't as open and public about them. So we want to look into that too. And then, you know, we're going to just dive into just looking at the relationship as a whole. So it's like a 3-part reading, which I'm going to have to do in 2 parts so it's not super long in the video. Otherwise, it takes forever to upload on YouTube. So I'll send it to you in 2 parts, my love. So first half, let's look at the relationship as a whole. Let's just start dissecting it. We're going to be using the Psychic Tarot for the heart. I'm also going to be pulling from the Rider Waite. And if need be, I will pull from additional cards. But for now, I'm just going to focus on these 2. So the first question, let's look at your relationship. Kind of like, how does everything look for you guys? Okay. All right, so what I'm seeing here is, first off, with the energy of the relationship, the 2 of you are still getting used to one another. There's certain little habits and stuff, I feel, this is the coming together card, but there's certain habits that you are starting to learn about each other, certain ways that you guys do things. You're still in that, like, evolving phase with yourselves. But there's the need to open up, and that's interesting to me because I also feel like with opening up, I feel that there is blooming that needs to happen in this relationship. I feel like someone needs to be a little bit more transparent than with the other person. I also am getting the feeling, like the vibe, that it's very one-sided. Okay. One person is putting in more of the work than the other. And we have the new vitality card here, which is telling me to breathe new life into this relationship, to breathe new excitement, ideas, possibilities. Don't let it get to the point where it feels very regular, where it feels very routine. I feel like that's kind of like where it's headed, to a routine. And then in the shadow aspect, like this is the bottom, like the card at the bottom of the deck. It's control. Control came up. So that's why I'm feeling like it's very one-sided. Somebody has more of a say-so than the other person. One person wants to have more control in the relationship, has more say-so, that kind of thing. But it needs to be equally balanced. It needs to be more free. I'm feeling the feeling of like more free, getting more loose with one another, you know, being more comfortable with one another and your habits. The 2 of Wands is makes me feel like and that's with the Wheel of Fortune. So to me, this is like an upcoming big decision between you 2. You know, is this taking your relationship to the next level, perhaps? Or is this the 2, does this represent moving, you know, relocating, that kind of thing? One of you has been pondering it a lot, okay? And the shift is happening. It's on its way. Anytime a Wheel of Fortune card comes up, it's like the wheel is spinning. There's going to be big change on the horizon, that kind of thing. And I feel with the Two of Wands, it's like, it's kind of showing somebody has been really contemplating this move. Is it moving in together, or is it moving closer to be with that lover, or is it, other changes personally to make it things better and easier for the relationship? There's a lot of different scenarios here, but I like to throw out the different possibilities so that you have a chance to resonate with something, or actually like at least understand what I'm trying to say with the cards. And then the Nine of Wands is making me feel like this is a lot of defeat. And I feel like this is more so on your part. I feel like you've had your share or your string of relationships that didn't work out. I feel like you've been at your wit's end. I feel like it's like you are hoping, you're placing a lot of your hope that this relationship is going to be the one and it's going to be the final one. Because I feel like you have been investing a lot of your personal energy into it. That's what I'm seeing there. And again, with the Two of Pentacles here, we have like that indecisive, that juggling. There is definitely a fork in the road coming soon. I don't feel like it's negative, but I do feel like it's going to require movement. It's going to require the need to make a decision, but you both have to be on that same page, okay? Trusting your intuition is going to be what's helpful at the core, and also trusting your intuition when it comes to your own vibes about how this relationship is. How do you feel connected with this person, and what is your intuition telling you? And then you have the Knight of Pentacles, who's aiming in the forward direction and patience. It's like, be patient about the outcome of the future. I see that as, don't rush what you want to have happen in the future. Be patient with what's going to take place. Everything will happen for a reason, but sometimes you can't force the kind of ending that you want, if that makes any sense. So let's look at that fork in the road. Choosing your battles and love and shine. So this is telling me, I think that the two of you will sometimes have nitpicky arguments over petty stuff that doesn't need to be happening. I feel like choosing your battles is saying, before you start to nitpick at one another, really think about, is it worth it? Is what you're going to argue or pick about or nag about, is it really worth it? Because there's a lot of that happens. I feel like when you can just focus on the bigger picture, there's a lot of shine. That's what the card is shine. There's a lot of illumination of the heart there. So I feel like you guys are a really good a good couple. You're a good connection for one another. But you tend to like argue like little high school kids sometimes. At least that's what I'm feeling here. As far as the fork in the road goes, I feel like you guys will make the best decision for you too. Okay, there's nothing negative happening in that aspect, but I feel like what you need to start doing is to relax a little bit. I feel like the Hangman card is kind of representing, going with the flow of things instead of trying to control, which, that control card was in the last one. Instead of trying to control the direction of this relationship, you need to trust the flow of it. And when you're choosing your battles, it's kind of like, if you know that bringing up a certain topic upsets that person, don't bring it up, or bring it up in a different way that doesn't sound like you're putting the blame on them. If you're pressuring the lover into making a decision that they are not ready yet, that is also a red flag to stop. I just feel really inclined to say that because I think that you have good intentions for love, and I think that your lover does as well. But I also feel like this is a relationship that will bloom, but it needs to happen in its own time. Three of Cups, you know, focusing on the good things, the little things, making sure that you guys are spending enough time, you know, going on dates to celebrate little things and, you know, enjoying your time together. Relationships and love shouldn't always be serious. You should also have fun too. But it looks to be a very abundant time. Under the cards, though, we have challenging times, which tells me, you know, just like any relationship, there are struggles and whatnot. But I feel like when the two of you find a rough patch and when you are arguing, one of you shuts down and the other doesn't. The other one likes to keep picking at the other person, and the other one shuts down and they just want to block them out. So, you know, that can be problematic when it comes to arguing, because you're trying to, one of you, and I'm having a feeling it's you, one of you, like you are the one that wants to talk it out, and then the lover is the one shutting off. They're like, I don't want to hear it. Don't talk to me about this right now. And so you're a little bit uneven with the way that you argue, but a lot of our relationships are like that. So I feel like when that happens, you know, you got to take a breather and whatnot. But this comes, it's not just on you. Your lover also has to be the person to kind of come around. You guys have to meet each other in the middle is basically what I'm trying to say. But I do feel that there's a lot of petty arguing, and there's a lot of petty, like, just bringing up stuff that doesn't need to be brought up, which is why that pick your battles card came up for you. Okay. So let's answer the second question. The next question is this relationship going to be moving forward to the next level? There we go. Will this relationship move over to the next level? We have Master and Observe. So with that Master card, I'm telling you, like, I do feel that someone has more of the upper hand in this relationship. They like to be in control. And I'm going to go ahead and say, I feel like it's your lover. And with that, I feel they are very reserved about their heart, because the Master is kind of showing like his heart is in a cage. And he's in control of how much love he exhibits and how much he allows love out. You know, kind of know what I mean? So I'm feeling like he's very reserved with love. He's very careful with what he says and how he makes you feel about, you know, the direction of the relationship. Almost like I feel he does it out of fear, like he's afraid to commit. Afraid to say, like, this is where we're gonna head, because he doesn't know what the direction you're gonna take it. And then Observe, that's you watching and waiting. I feel like you watch him carefully. I feel like you pay attention to every little move or any little thing he says. It's like you're deciphering the hidden messages between it. You're waiting for the signs that, you know, that your lover is going to take things to the next level. You're very much aware of it. Don't obsess too much over that, though. And don't let that become too consuming for you, because, like I said, you got to let things flow as they're meant to. So that's what I'm feeling with that. So here in the past, we have the 6 of Swords, the 9 of Cups, and the 2 of Pentacles. And like I feel with him, I feel like this is more so his energy. He's fight or flight type of energy. I feel like, you know, when things are good, they're going really good. But then when they get to the point where he has to make a big decision, this person is very quick to jump ship. Like I said, I feel like they have a hard time making commitments, especially with love. And that can stem with, you know, the past. Maybe they had a rough past with love. Maybe they were challenged with that. And so they were afraid. they're afraid to commit in that way. Maybe they still love their freedom. But in the future, what I'm seeing is the gift, the exchange. I do see that this will take another step. So yes, but it has to happen in its own time. It has to happen when he's comfortable. And I feel like by you letting off the pressure of that, if you stop asking him, when are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? When are we going to do this? I feel like he's going to start to show you that he's ready. So, win or lose, sacral chakra, dedicated effort, and crown chakra. So, definitely this relationship has a lot of growth to go through. Crown chakra to me is like saying having trust and faith in things, the direction of this relationship. Sacral chakra is that sexual energy, okay? Taking it to another level, making sure you are maintaining that sexual energy. Don't use sex as a way to manipulate love. That's another intuitive message for you, is I feel like don't use sex as a way to get what you want or to obtain, don't refrain from it to think that he's going to want to come around, like, because you're not giving it to him, that kind of thing. Win or lose, to me, it's like, I feel like you're in it for the long haul, okay? You are fully invested in this relationship, that's for sure. I do feel growth is on the way, but I do feel for key is that you have to let go a little bit. Like, you have to not have so much control over how you want things to go. It's like you gotta let it fall. Let everything just happen as they're meant to. That's what I'm seeing there with that. But he is very reserved with the heart. So I could see why you would, have those fears. And that has a lot to do with that third question. But I don't want to tap into the third question just yet. I want to pull a little bit more about the future of you guys. Like, what is to come? Let's pull on that. So when I pull for the future, by the way, keep in mind that everything is subject to change. So based on your present decisions and that kind of thing, the future is subject to change. I don't read reversals, so I took them. That's why I'm pushing them over. You get a lot of that 9 of Pentacle, that's for sure. Okay. The topic of marriage is definitely there. It's in the subconscious, okay? Commitment, full-time commitment, that kind of thing. It's there in the future. So if that is a direction you want to take this relationship, just know that it's in the works, or it is on that person's mind. It's on your mind, but it's on that person's mind as well. But it is not something that has come up to the surface just yet. Okay? So commitment, this and Hierophant card is also like commitment and long-term commitment and that kind of thing. But it is there. And it's below the Queen of Wands, which I'm taking that to represent you. So it's definitely on your mind, which is why I'm saying sometimes, because she's like sitting above it, sometimes I feel you have to stop being so persuasive, or you have to just let things happen as they are meant to. It's on your mind, but it's like you got to bury it a little bit, okay? Don't be as aggressive with it. The 9 of Cups and the Magician is kind of showing, to manifest the dreams and the goals. There will be magic. There will be, you know, there is going to be good things coming, but I don't feel like it's meant to right now. I feel like you're still kind of in limbo and you're still kind of deciding on some stuff. There's some other issues that the two of you need to figure out first with that Two of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. I really feel like there's other areas that you guys need to tap into before you can say you guys are ready for marriage or you're ready to take your relationship to the next step. I feel like, you know, it's figuring out where you're going to be relocated, where are you going to be living, where, you know, all of that. I don't know if this is a long distance relationship or if it's like there's something different about it. I feel and there's a couple little loose ends that you guys got to tie up before you can take it to the next level. But as far as the future goes, it shows that there is planning and stuff, but you have to reach that crossroads first and answer that crossroad question before you can move forward to other things. The topic of weddings and marriage and all that, yeah, it's there, but it's not meant to come up yet. And then what's hidden, we have the Eight of Swords. You really just want to be set free. I feel like taking this relationship to the next level will do that. You feel that it's going to help you. That it's going to make you, it's going to free you from, you know, a lot of mental conflicts or depression or a lot of the rough patches that you've been experiencing in your own personal life. I feel like for you, you think that love is the answer for a lot of that stuff. And it is, you know, it can be, but it's also personal work too. You know, it's also what you're doing personally for yourself to better yourself as well. So let's ask the angels, you know, in this future aspect, like taking the relationship to the next level. Let's ask them when. You're ready. You're definitely ready, that's for sure. And it says wait. Not the right time. So it's funny, even the angels are kind of saying that. They're saying you are ready. Yes, you're ready to take it to the next level. He's not ready yet though. So it's saying wait or have patience. Same message as what I was giving you. And then not the right time. Right now is not the right time because there's other loose ends. There's this going on. And this could be on his point. Like I think I said that before. He's in limbo about something. He needs to sort this out before he can make any other further commitments. He's not going to give you what you want until this stuff gets fixed. So I love that. I'm glad that I pulled that deck out because I was feeling it. I was like, oh, I really want to work with the Angel Answers deck, but you know, I'm glad I did. So, okay, my love. So this is going to be the end of the first half of your reading. I'm going to shut off this video and then start a new one for the last question because I don't want this video to be too long. So I will be right back.